गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, मैं हूं दीपक और आप देख रहे हैं दीपक विगर्नर। टुडे वी विल सॉल्व few numericals. First question is, the size of a carbon block is 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 50 centimeter. Find its resistance. First bit between the opposite square faces, second bit between the opposite rectangular faces of the block. The resistivity of the carbon is given as 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 5 ohm centimeter. Okay, so question is this one. One carbon block is there. In that carbon block, this is the area. Okay, 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter, and this is another parameter. We can say now length is 50 centimeter. Got it? So to find the resistance from where we are observing the block, that is more important, because to find the resistance we are having the formula R is equal to rho L upon A. Here L means length and A means area. So if the block is this one, and when we are looking from this side, that means the terminal is along these two faces, then this is the area. Got it? That means when we cut this block into its section, then the area cross section which is cut in this rectangular block, will be your area of cross section. Got it? So whenever we will look the resistance in between the opposite square faces, that means opposite square face we have to observe. This one is the square face 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. Again this one is 1 centimeter, this one is 1 centimeter. This is one square face. Another square face is on the bottom of the rectangular block. So we have to calculate the resistance of these blocks along this line. Got it? So this is the two terminal. It is one terminal, it is another terminal. So here we will consider the length as, L as 50 centimeter. Okay? So 50 centimeter is the length. So this is, if we will convert into meter, so this is the, again, area. Area is which one? 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Okay? So whenever we will convert it into meter, so this is the value of area in meter. So now we know the value of length L. This is the area and the rho is given here. So now we can find out the resistance. Got it? So this is of half. For second bit, we have to find the resistance between the opposite rectangular faces. Opposite rectangular faces we have to see. So which one is rectangular faces? This one is your one rectangular faces. This one. This one is one rectangular faces. Other rectangular faces is this one. Now the terminal will change. This one is your terminal. So this is the terminal. From where we have to calculate the resistance. So when we will cut this one, so length must be this one. So length is how much? Length is 1 centimeter. So this is, length is now 1 centimeter, and area is how much? 50 centimeter into 1 centimeter. So now this is change. Okay, the value of length and area will change. Now the length will be considered as which one? 1 centimeter, because we are calculating the resistance of this block from these two terminal. Got it? ऐसा हुआ है. So length is now this one. So length will be as 1 centimeter. So when we will write in meter, then this is the value of length. Similarly, area will be 1 centimeter into 50 centimeter of 50 centimeter into 1 centimeter. So area is 50 centimeter into 1 centimeter. When we will convert it into meter, then this is 10 to the power minus 2, again 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Now we are having area, length and rho is given, so we can find out the resistance value. Okay. Next question is mobilities of electrons and holes in a sample of intrinsic germanium at room temperature are 0.54 meter square per volt per second and 0.18 meter square per volt per second respectively. If electron and hole densities are equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 19 per meter cube, calculate the conductivity of the germanium. So we have to calculate the conductivity of germanium. Here given is that given mobility of electron as well as hole. Mobility of electron is 0.54 in SI system meter square per volt per second, and mobility of hole is 0.18 meter square per volt per second. Okay, and another things given electron and hole densities. So here electron and hole density, that is n, number of electrons per meter cube. That means per unit volume it has been given that 3.6 into 10 to the power 19 per meter cube. Okay, all these things given. We have to calculate the conductivity of the germanium. So sigma, or we have to know J equal to sigma E, and sigma is equal to n E into mu. In case of electron, this mu is the mobility of the electron. Got it? But this is for only conductor. And here we have to calculate the conductivity for semiconductor. In case of semiconductor, electrons as well as holes are the charge carrier, which is responsible for conducting the current. So in place of sigma, this one we can write n E mu E. This is mobility of electron plus n h mu h. This is mobility of hole. Got it? And this is the charge of the positive or hole, we can say positive charge, or hole we can say this is the charge of the electron. This n is the number of electron per unit volume. This is the number of positive charge or hole per unit volume. Okay, and number of electron or number of holes are equal in intrinsic semiconductor. So now we are considering only intrinsic semiconductor because n is given as common. Okay, so sigma we can write as n E mu E plus n h mu h. Again, the charge of electron is equal to charge of proton or charge of hole, we can say. So we can write this one as n E mu E plus n E mu h. That implies n E we are considering common, and this is mu E plus mu h. Okay, so from this formula we can calculate the conductivity of the intrinsic germanium here. Okay, so n is given here. Electronic charge, all of you know, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 in SI system. Mu E is given here and mu H is also given here. Got it? Suppose in place of semiconductor, if the questions is given for only conductor, then you have to use only the electron, because free electrons are only the charge carrier which is responsible for conductor. But for semiconductor, electron as well as hole are the charge carrier, okay, which are responsible for conducting current. Next question is A platinum wire has a resistance of 10 ohm at 0 degree centigrade and of 20 ohm at 273 degree centigrade. Find its temperature coefficient of resistance. Okay, so here it is given that R naught is given. R naught is equal to 10 ohm, and here at temperature T is equal to what? 0 degree centigrade. Again RT is equal to what? 20 ohm at temperature 273 degree centigrade. These two things are given and we have to calculate the alpha. Okay, all of us know that RT is equal to what? RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha into T. That implies RT by R naught is equal to 1 plus alpha T. That implies I am writing this one as here. So 1 plus alpha T is equal to this one. So alpha T is equal to RT by R naught minus 1. That implies alpha T is equal to R naught. We are taking LCM here. RT minus R naught. That implies alpha is equal to what? RT minus R naught divided by R naught into RT minus R naught divided by R naught into 1 by T, or we can write here. Got it? So from this we can write this is RT is equal to what? 20 ohm. R naught is equal to 10 ohm. R naught is again 10 ohm and T is given here 273 degree centigrade. By using this formula we can find out the alpha. Got it? But remember, whenever the question will give here, you instead of 0 degree centigrade, if anything is given other than this is the standard resistance value at 0 degree centigrade. If in place of 0 degree centigrade any other temperature will be given, then you have to use like this, that is R1 is equal to, by using this formula, R1 is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T1, and similarly R2 is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T2. Okay, suppose this is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2. Then by dividing equation 1 to equation 2, we will get R1 upon R2 is equal to R0 will cancel each other. This one is 1 plus alpha T1 divided by 1 plus alpha T2. That implies R1 1 plus alpha T2 is equal to R2 1 plus alpha T1. That implies R1 plus alpha R1 T2, which is equal to R2 plus R, we are writing like this, alpha R2 T1. Okay, I am writing this formula here. Alpha is equal to RT minus R0 divided by R0 into T. That implies whatever you can write, R1 minus R2 or R2 minus R1 also you can do. R1 minus R2 is equal to alpha R2 T1 minus alpha R1 T2. That implies we are taking the common alpha here, R2 T1 minus R1 T2. That implies alpha is equal to what? Alpha is equal to R1 minus R2 divided by alpha is equal to R1 minus R2 divided by whole. That is R2 T1 minus R1. This is also another formula to find the temperature coefficient of resistance or resistivity. Whenever resistivity will be given, that is temperature coefficient of resistivity. Whenever resistance will be given, it is the temperature coefficient of resistance. Got it? So these two are formula. But remember, this would be considered when the numerical is given in standard form, that is temperature at 0 degree centigrade. This formula will be considered when the temperature will be given in other numerical value, other number. Got it? As than 0 degree centigrade. Next question is, network PQRS is made as under. PQ has a battery of 4 volt and negligible resistance with positive terminal connected to point P. QR has a resistance of 60 ohm. PS has a battery of 5 volt and negligible resistance with positive terminal connected to point P. RS has a resistance of 20 ohm. If a milliammeter of 20 ohm resistance is connected in between P and R, calculate the reading of milliammeter. Okay, so this 20 ohm is the 1 milliammeter having resistance value 20. Got it? ये क्या है? ये milliammeter. Got it? This one is 1 milliammeter having resistance value 20 ohm. And what is the reading of this one? That means how much current is flowing through this branch. It has been asked. Okay, so now we have to calculate the current by using the Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's law and by using Ohm's law. Alright, suppose the current flowing from this 5 volt is, let it be I. Got it? ये 5 वोल्ट है, बड़ा है, तो सोचा कि इधर से करंट आ रहा है. Got it? Let the current I is this one, and again the current this one is, let it be I, because this is 4 volt and this is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. From positive terminal I1 is coming, this is positive terminal, current I is coming. Got it? So whenever the current I and I1 is entering into this junction, then the current must be flowing out to that junction, let it be I2. So we have to calculate the value of I2. The question is here that what is the value of I2 here? Right? So there are 3 currents, and accordingly we have to put the sign here. Already I put the sign convention for the battery. As the current is leaving this one, so current is leaving this junction, as this is your I1 value. So this one is positive, this one is negative. And what is the value of this one? Potential. So this is 60 into I1. So this is 60 I1. Okay. This one already completed. This one. Current is going towards the resistor. So this is plus, this is minus. What is the value of potential across this resistor or across this milliammeter? 20 into I2. So this is 20 into I2. Next one is current is flowing through this. That means current is flowing through this one. This is the current. This is the only one branch. So current I is flowing. So this one is current I. And since the current is flowing towards this direction, so this is positive, this is negative. What is the potential here? Potential is 200 into current. So this is 200 into I. Got it? 200 into I. Now already I have completed the sign convention. Now we will choose KVL here. First of all, we have to write the KCL. KCL means Kirchhoff's current law. In Kirchhoff's current law, charge is conserved. You have to remember this one. So in KCL, by applying the KCL at junction or at point P, I plus I1 is equal to I2. This is the KCL at point P. Again, by using KVL in loop, we are considering two loops. This is loop 1. So loop 1 means P S R P. So applying KVL in loop P S R P. P S R P. We have to write the equation here. From here I am writing. Now we don't need the direction of the current. Only we will consider the direction of loop. This one is from positive to negative. It is decreasing. Since it is decreasing, negative. So what is the potential? 5 volt. Next is this one. This one is negative to positive. It is increased. So plus. What is the potential? Potential is 200 into I. Next, come to this one. So this one. So whenever you will go through this one, it is entering minus. Okay, minus to plus. That means it is increased. It has been increased here. So this is plus. What is the value of potential? 20 I. There will be no other components. Only 3 components in this loop. P as one component, S to R another component, R to P another component. Okay, so there are 3 components, 3 terms. First one, second one, third one is equal to 0. Got it? This is KVL in loop P S R. Next, KVL in loop. Another one we will consider this one. Suppose this is another loop P R Q P. Suppose we will consider this one. Now again I am starting from the point P. Loop is considering this one, so it is going like this. SR. So first it will enter into positive, then it will enter into negative. So that means positive to negative, it is decreasing. So negative. What is the potential? Potential is 20 I2. Next, come here. So again, it will enter positive to negative, so it is decreases. So minus, what is the potential? 16 into I1. Again, come to this one. Negative to positive. So negative to positive means positive. And what is the potential? 4 volt. So this is equal to 0. Alright. So there are 3 equations. Equation 1, equation 2, equation, and there are 3 variables I, I1 and I2. By using these 3 equations, you can solve the value of I, I1 and I2. Okay, and the value of I2 is the value of current flowing through this emitter having the resistance value 20 ohm. ये I2 का जो वैल्यू आएगा वही होगा हमारा आंसर, क्योंकि I2 किसमें जा रहा है? मिली एमीटर जिसका रेजिस्टेंस 20 ओम है उसमें दिखाई दे रहा है. सो 20 ओम रेजिस्टर जो है वो मिली एमीटर है. मिली एमीटर में कितना करंट आ रहा है? I2 का वैल्यू जितना होगा सॉल्व करने के बाद वही होगा हमारा आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज यूजिंग किरचॉफ्स लॉज in the electrical network shown in figure here, calculate the values of I1, I2 and I3. Here the circuit is given, electrical network circuit, and we have to find the current I1, I2 and I3 here. Got it? This one is loop direction, already it is indicated here, so no need to worry about those things. Now we have to put the symbol. Okay, after practicing you can omit the symbol also. Sign convention, just plus minus you can omit whenever you have already expertise on it. Okay, but before that my suggestion is that put plus and minus symbol so that you will never forget or you cannot worry about the symbol or plus minus sign convention things. Got it? So here it is battery. So this is negative, this is positive. Again, current I1 is flowing in this direction. So this is positive, this is negative, and the potential across this 5 ohm is what? 5 into this current I1. Got it? 5 into I1. I will write whenever I will write the KVL. Next, in this branch, current I3 is flowing here. So this is positive, this is negative, and the potential across this 2 ohm is 2 into I3, because I3 is the current flowing through this branch. Next one is your this one battery. So this is negative, this is positive, because battery is always having positive terminal, is always positive. But wherever, however, we have connected. Again, current I2 is flowing upward. So this is plus, this is minus, and the potential across these 3 ohm is 3 into I2. Okay, all sign convention I have completed. Now use the KCL. By applying the KCL at junction B, current I1 is flowing here. This one is current I1. This one is current I2, and current I3 is flowing here. So by using KCL, we can write I1 plus I2 is equal to how much? I2. Yes or no? So I1 plus I2 equal to I2. Now I will use KVL in loop this one, first loop. So first loop is A, B, E, F. KVL in loop A, B, E, F. Alright, जहां से भी शुरू करो, F से शुरू करो. F माइनस से प्लस इंक्रीजेस पॉजिटिव 12, माइनस से प्लस, सॉरी प्लस से माइनस डिक्रीजेस. So this one is negative and this one is 5 into current I1. दो टू हो गया. This one. So this is minus 2 plus, that means it decreases. Minus 2 into current is here I3 is equal to 0, because there is no other component here. Next, KVL in loop. Next one is this one. So B, C, D, E. B, C, D, E. Okay. After using KVL in loop B, C, D, E, we will have, from here I am using this one. So this one. First one is minus 2 plus increases. So this is plus. What is the value? 3 into I2. Next, plus 2 minus. So this is minus 6 volt. So this is minus 6. Again go to here. So minus 2 plus, again increases. So this is plus, and this is 2 into I2, which is equal to. Got it? So there are 3 equations. First equation, second equation, and third equation. By using these 3 equations, you can solve what is the value of I1, what is the value of I2, and what is the value of I3. Okay. By using matrix method also you can solve. मैट्रिक्स मेथड एक होता है, उससे भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. गॉट इट? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज फाइंड द इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द नेटवर्क्स shown in figure between the points A and B. We have to calculate the equivalent resistance in between the points A and B. Here is also point A and point B is here. Here is also point A and point B is here. We have to calculate the equivalent resistance. First we are looking this one. So this is the point A and this is the point B. We will redraw this figure into like this. This is the point A. This is the point A. From point A, the 4 resistors are connected. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. Okay. So if you will give the number also, this is first one, this is second one, this is third one, this is fourth one. So first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So first one is connected to whom? This point, and this point is connected to again this point and this point. So all the points are common and all the points are considered as a point B. So all the resistors are connected at one. This is the point B. And now you can see that all the resistors are connected in parallel. So this is all the value of the resistors are same. So RAB is equal to what? RAB is equal to R divided by number of resistors connected in parallel combination. So R by 4. So first one is the answer, R by. Got it? Next one we will see. Next, see to this one. Whenever we will redraw this circuit, then this is the first point, point A. From point A, only one resistor has connected here. This is the number one resistor, first resistor having the value R. This is the central point, and center is connected to this one, and this one. So there are three resistors connected at single point, or you can say this is the point O. So this is the point O here. This one is the value R, and R. Again, we can see that all these three resistors, this one already are counted 1. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So this one is second one, this one is third one, this one is fourth one. And all these are connected at one point because the potentials will remain same, and all these are considered as on the point B here. So all are at same point. So what is the equivalent resistance in between the terminal A and B? First we have to find the equivalent resistance which are in parallel. So this is in parallel. So this value of equivalent resistance is R by 3 because all the resistances value are same and the number is 3. So R divided by 3. R divided by 3 resistors is connected with another one whose value is R, and these are in series connection. So RAB is equal to how? RAB is equal to R plus R by 3. So this is 3R plus R. So this is 4R upon. So answer will become 4R upon 3. This is the equivalent resistance for this circuit. Okay. Next we will go through that one. This one is the point A. Whenever we will redraw this one, this is the point A. Point A is connected with only two resistors. This one. This is the point. Another point. This is another point. Suppose this is the point. This is C. Point C. Then from point C, this is point D. C is connected with another one. This is B. Got it? It would be like this. A, B, C, D. This is first one. First one is connected in between B and C. Second one is connected in between C and B. In between C and B. Third one is connected in between B and D. This is third one. Fourth one is connected in between D and A. Fourth one. This is fifth and sixth. Okay, we can redraw this one again like this. Like this. This is the point A. point A is connected with first resistor. This is first one. In between C and D, there are two resistors whose number is 5 and 6. A and B. So I am counting this one as 4. This one is 3. This one is, yes or no? So we can write like this. And this is nothing but your Wheatstone bridge. We will see in next few classes. So 1, 2 and this is 4, 3. All are having such that this is the value of R, this is also R, this is also R, this is also R. So here P by Q equal to R by S. This ratio is satisfied. So this is nothing but your Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge, and it is balanced. Therefore, we will remove these resistors. The resistors counted 5th and 6th will be removed from the network because there will be no current flowing through that resistor. Okay, so only these 4 resistors are there having the value of R. So these two are in series. So whenever 2 resistors are in series, the value is 2R. Similarly, these two are in series. Again, the value of resistances is 2R. 2R is connected parallel to 2R. What is 2R and 2R in parallel case? So whenever 2 same resistances are connected in parallel combination, then the value is 2R upon 2. So answer will become R. Got it? So the value of answer is R. Okay. So we will study this one, Wheatstone bridge. How the balance condition of Wheatstone bridge will happen. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone.